Hello everyone, you're most welcome to my YouTube channel. Today we are going to make a strapless dress. Yeah. So we shall start with pattern drafting. Okay, so we are here. Welcome everyone. Yeah, so we are going to start with our pattern drafting. Yeah, let's see what we need, and we shall start. We need our markers. I'll use 2 markers for the front and for the back. We shall need our measuring tape. We shall need our, this is what? Salt tape. So we are going to begin with pattern drafting. Yeah. So welcome everyone once again. This is Eco Stitch's YouTube channel. Yeah. And you already know now what we are going to draft, so we shall just begin. So we are going to begin with our pattern drafting. I'm going to use a red and blue pen. I'm going to draft the front and the back together. Yeah. So we shall start. In the beginning, we make a starting point. I usually leave 0.5 to 0.75 or 1 inch on this line. So I'll start. So this is our shoulder line. Shoulder line. So we are going to take our vertical measurements. Shoulder measurement. This is our shoulder line. We are going to take our bust line. We take our under bust. We take our waist measurement. We take our hip measurement. Use your measurements, my dear. These are mine and they are non-standard. Okay, we take our hip measurement. We do the same. This is our bust, under bust, waist, hip. So we shall get a rule and read the lines. So welcome. If you've not yet subscribed, please do subscribe and hit that notification bell so that you'll be notified when I put up a new video. So This is my hip line. Let's mark. This is bust line, under, bust, waist, hip, and the rest is the length of the dress. So I'm going to take my neckline. I'll use a neckline of 3 inches by 3. A moment. Since I said I'm going to draft the front and the back together, let me take out 2 inches. I'll take out 2 inches. This roller is 2 inches. So I'm taking away 2 inches on this pattern, like this. So these are 2 inches I've taken away. They are going to work as our zipper allowance, okay? So I'm going to begin with drafting the front pattern. Franco, how are you? For the front, we are going to use a neckline of 3 inches by 3 inches. So in the beginning, we are going to draft a basic pattern. Then I'm going to take my shoulder measurement, divide by 2. My shoulder measurement divide by 2 is 7.5. I'll come also on my bust line and indicate my shoulder measurement, which is 7.5. It is divided by 2. So note that you divide your shoulder measurement by 2. Whatever you get is what you indicate on this line. So we shall come up from the bust line by 2 inches. 2 inches, then we make a chest line. So this is my chest line. So I'm going to come on my shoulder line by 1 inch and make what we call a shoulder slope. So I'm going to join this point to here, to this line, like this. Then I'll come and measure whatever I have here and divide it by 2 inches. So after that, I'm going to come on my bust line and take my nipple to nipple measurement, divide by 2. So my nipple to nipple measurement is 7 inches, divide by 2 is 3.5. I'll take 3.5 on all the lines. So I'll connect. So I'm going to come on this line and make a dart of, you can make a dart of 1 inch, 2 inches, 1.5 inches, 2.5. If you have a small bust, you can make a dart of 1 inch or 1.5 inches. If your bust is a bit plus size, you might use 2 inches to 2.5. Okay, so I'll use a measurement of 1.5 inch. It means I'm going to divide it by 2, putting 0.75 on one side and 0.75 on one side. I'll come here on my bust line and come down by 1 inch and then come on my hip line and come up by 2 inches. Then I'm going to join these points together. So So what we are going to do now, we are going to take our waist measurement, divide by 4. My waist divided by 4 is 8.5. So 8.5, I'll measure it here. It's this. I'll come and measure this, which is 1.5 inches, and add 1 inch for sewing allowance. I hope you got me. So I come on my bust and measure my bust divided by 4. My bust divided by 4 is 9.5 inches, and add 1 inch sewing allowance. I'll do the same for the chest line. I'll take my bust measurement. On the chest line, I also use bust measurement, divide by 4 plus 1 inch sewing allowance. I'll then come on my hip line and take my hip measurement, divide by 4 plus 1 inch sewing allowance. So it's 11.25. When I add 1 inch, it makes 12.25. So this is what I have. Okay. So for the down part, I'm going to measure my hip measurement minus 2 inches. So my hip is 12.25. So 12.25 minus 2 inches is 10.25. So I'm using 10.25. So I'll join this here like this. When you're cutting your fabric, don't make these points pointed. Curve them. Okay? Don't leave straight points. So I'm going to do my armhole. The front armhole, I'm going to come in here on the midpoint. Where are these coming from? On the midpoint by 0.5 inches. So on this line, I'm coming in by 0.5 inches, which is this. So I have to connect this point to this point to this point. So I'll bring it first to here, and then I'll take it from here to here. So I said you don't leave any sharp points. So this is what we have for the front, but we are going to improve it a bit. So for the neckline inside, the front neckline is going to be 3 by 3 inches. Okay, so this is it for the front. I'm going to use this same paper to draft this back pattern. So for the back pattern, we are going to change this is a strapless, so it doesn't matter, the neckline will not change. I'm going to come here on this armhole and take the armhole curve from here for the back pattern. So I'm using another color for you to not to get confused. For the back, I'm taking, this is the back armhole now. It is coming like this to here. Then for the back dart, I'm taking a dart of 1 inch. 1 inch, it means I'm taking 0.5 on each side. Okay, so, and when I'm making the back dart, I'm starting it from here, from this point. So this is the back dart. Now we are going to make a zipper allowance. So I said it really doesn't matter here. We are just going to add 1 inch. 1 inch here. We come on this. We are not adding anything on the waistline. We shall come on the hip line and add 1 inch. So it is going to be like this. And then like this. And then take it down with 1 inch like this. Okay. So you can as well take this to here, take this line to here, and extend the 1 inch from this side. Let's do that. I hope I don't confuse you. So I'm taking this line up to here and taking 1 inch on this line here. So when we are cutting the back, I told you the back is the red part. So we shall cut here like this and bring the 1 inch to this side. I hope you got me. So we see there is 0.5 allowance here. That 0.5 allowance will compensate for this space here. Okay, there is a 0.5 allowance inside here, so it will compensate for the zipper. You can also add 0.5 allowance here and to make it 1 inch and join again. Okay, but for me, I like sewing on a small sewing allowance, so that's completely up to you. So we are done with drafting our basic dress pattern. Another thing I have to do, I want to remove the zipper bulge. So I'm going to take I'm going to cut on this point. So I'll take 0.5 on this side, 0.75 on this side, and 0.75 on this side. Then I'll bring my ruler. What I'm doing is removing a zipper bulge. Okay, I'll bring my ruler and carve in here like this. So this, by doing that, I've removed the zipper bulge. So let me first cut this out, then I'm going to modify this pattern again. When you're cutting the sharp points, please make them not so sharp. I always add 0.5 inches here to compensate for the sewing allowance on the shoulder line. Hello, Lily. I don't know. How are you? I have to change this. I'm going to come here and cut this part and bring it down like this. So you might reallocate the dart. You see it's a little bit bent, so we can straighten it up like this and make it straight again. So it's just relocating the dart, it's nothing different. So this is our back pattern, and what we are going to do, I think I'll do that on the fabric. Yeah, I think I'll do that on the fabric, otherwise I'll spoil it. So I'll come on this back pattern and come from my armhole and join my bust line. Okay, so for the back it's going to be open like this. Since this is a strapless, the back is going to be open like this. You can see it. And one thing we have to improve for the back, I'll leave it as it is, and let me cut it. I'll do that later. So we are going to, when we are cutting the back, we shall pass on this point. I'm not going to cut it now. I'm going to cut, but I will not cut this through because I need to use it for the front pattern, cutting the front pattern. So I'm just showing you for the back, we are going to use this line, and to avoid gapping, we have to do what is it called? We remove some, we take a dart on that line. We shall take a dart on this line. Yeah. So So we are supposed to cut 2 back pieces. We are supposed to cut 2 back pieces. Okay. So I'm going to bring my pins and pin. So I'm going to bring, this is my tracing wheel. I use it to show where the dart is going to pass. So remember, I shifted the dart from here to this place. So I'm bringing my tracing wheel and indicating my dart on my back pattern. This paper is hard, that's why I'm putting in some effort. Okay, I think it can show on the other side. So I'm going to cut this. Yeah. So I'm going to come on this part also and take the measurement and take this line. Yes, I take this line also. But as I told you, I will decrease this line later because I need to decrease it to avoid gapping, okay? So I'll not split it. I'll have to come back and improve it. I just indicated where it's passing. So I'll remove this. So I'll come back on this line later. So this is our back. I've cut 2 pieces of the back. So let's do our front. To do our front, we must improve this pattern. But before, we are going to take the pattern back to its former shape. So I'm taking it back to how it was. Yeah. So I'm going to cut this. This is what I'm going to cut the armhole back. This is the front armhole. I'm going to cut here. Yeah, remove the zipper allowance. Remember, we cut the front on fold. So that's why I'm cutting off all the excesses. Okay, so now we have our front pattern in its former shape. So we are going to see how we do the neck. So we are going to come on this line, the line we did in the beginning. So I'm going to get my blue marker and come on this line. I'm going to come here and measure half of this. So half of this is here. I'll connect this line, the line for the front, not for the back. This is the line. It was beginning from here. You can see it was beginning from here where I dotted. It's 1 inch. So I'm going to connect it to half measurement of this. So this is the line. So another thing we are going to do, I'm going to split again this pattern. Keep with me, please. This is the waist. This is the waist. I'll put it back. I have to put it aside. I'll come for it later. So we are going to come on this line. This is going to be our center line, and take. So you determine how you want where you want your top to stop. This is a sleeveless top, or call it a strapless top, or whatever. Yeah. So you're going to determine where you want your top to begin from. This is the chest line. So I want it to be in what is this shape called? I want it to be in this kind of shape. So I'm going to come from my chest line and come up and come up. But before that, I'm going to get my measuring tape and take 0.5 inches, 0.5 inches on each side. So I'll take it from up 0.5, 0.5 or 1 inch depending. So I'll take it from here and connect to the bust line, and then come on this side and connect to where we made a point. So this is to avoid gapping. So we are going to come from our chest line and come up. So I'm going to come up like this. Remember, now this is the new line, this is a dot, okay? And then come also on this point from here to here and come down, like I want this point to show up to the chest, to to around the chest area. So you can take it to the bust line if you want your bust to show a bit, but I don't want mine, so I'll just measure where the chest line is. This is the chest line, and come and take it up to the chest line like this. So when I fold in or I cut, depending on what you want to do, when you bring in like this, you must make sure that these points can connect. You get me? You must make sure that these points connect. So this point connects at this point. So I'm going to take the measurement again. So it will connect from here. Yes. So it's not compulsory you must stop on your what's this? Your chest line. You can take it down or a little bit up according to what you want. It is completely your freedom. Okay, so you're free to do whatever you want. So again, since this is a sleeveless dart, I'll take a bust dart. I don't want more gaps in my bust, so I'll take a bust dart. This was my bust line, so I'll take a bust dart. I'll take a bust dart of, you can take 1 inch or 1.5 inches. Okay. So I'm going to take, I took 1.5 inches, I'm going to connect it to here. So after connecting it, I'll come like this. And take this. So we are done with our bust dart. So you can see our bust dart is done. And another thing else you can do, you can come in here, cutting from down. So I'll connect this to this. You can remove it completely. Let me use here. I'll connect this here like this. So now I'm going to split here. I'm going to split here like this and join here like this. Okay, so I'm going to split one more. I will come and split here, and you can come as well and split here. Make sure you don't exceed the underbust point. Okay, so when you're splitting, you don't exceed the underbust point going down. So you can also come here and split like this. So split as wide as you want. Yeah. But not so wide at the same time. Okay. So I'll put this down. Let me use something bigger. So this is supposed to be like this. Okay, I think this will be enough. Okay, so we are taking it from here coming like this, coming like this, coming like this. So we shall add in some colorings. Okay, so I'm going to get my tracing wheel and trace here like this. Push and also trace here like this. So I'll cut. Let me pin this, otherwise I might make a mistake. Okay. Okay, so this is it. We have an elastic here. Yeah, so it's going to be a bit gathered on this part. I hope you understand me. So we have an elastic here, and one thing I have to do, wait, I have to check something. Okay, yeah, this is it. I have to take how long my strap will be. It will be like 5.5 inches on the front. Front strap will be 5.5 inches. Then the back strap will be 9 inches. Back strap 9 inches. Okay, so this is it for the front part. We don't need this anymore. We are going to use this. And don't say it's too wide. When we put an when we put what it will pull it down. Yeah. So you can also come and measure from here to how many inches you need to the waist. So it's from the chest line to the waist. Okay, that one you can calculate. Yeah. So that's it for the cutting. I said I wanted to change something on my back before I finish the pattern. So on my back, I needed to so this is my back. I needed to take away like gapping. So to take away gapping, I can take away 1 inch, but that 1 inch I'll take it away from the sides. So I'll not do anything again. I'll take the 1 inch from the side. Okay, so I'll just cut like this. But if you've done your pattern when it's different, you take, when you've done the back and the front differently, you can make the gapping, you can take away the gapping from this line. But I've not done that because how I cut the pattern, I can't do that again. So this is my back, and this now is my front. So this is my front. Why is it shortened? It no longer has a dart. So one thing you can do on the front, if you want to eliminate this dart, yeah, we can eliminate this dart completely to fit this. So you can bring this dart from here. You can take it from here like this to the corner. It's not so straight. And then we made our dart 1 inch. So I will make it 1 inch. Let me use a pencil. This marker is too faint. So this is 0.5, 0.5. So I'm going to bring that 0.5 to meet down where the dart is. Oh my goodness. So also I come on this line and take it to down. So wait, it's as if this is bigger than 1 inch. Yeah, it's big. It's very bigger than what, it's very big. You know, markers mark a bigger space than the pens and pencils. So this is not 1 inch anymore. It's more than 1 inch. I'll take it out. So 1 inch is here. So it's more off here. I use markers because it's what you can see. The camera, it's what the camera can capture very well. But if you're drafting your pattern, you can use a pencil because a marker, you see, a mark covers, let's say this space is not, when you press measuring tape, it measures some volume. You see, it's like some point inches. So you can eliminate the dart using this method. you do this. So on the front, we no longer have a dart. So the dart is now only on the back. Be careful when joining, because it is very easy to join the wrong place. Okay. So now this is the front. It no longer has a dart. So when we press it, it's a bit, yeah, it's a bit uniform. This we added was for joining in the front. So we are going to cut this as a skirt and cut this as a upper part, and we shall join it after, because we cannot cut this on fold. Reason being, it is now curved. Okay, so we cannot cut this on fold now. So we are going to just cut this together, and we shall join it on the waistline. For the back part, it will be all joined together once. So I'm going to come here, and so I'm going to come here. Remember, I'm going to come, this is my waist. This was my waist here. So I'm going to see where it stops. You don't, if you've done if you've made your pattern the real length you wanted, you don't need to do this. I'm only placing this because I did this back part longer. Okay, so you don't need to place the pattern again. So I'm just doing this because my back part is longer, so I just need to see where the waist was. So it's here. So this is my waist. Oh my goodness. And on top of that, you have to add the joining allowance. Okay, remember to add 1 inch for joining your, so that's the 1 inch for joining. You don't need to add allowance on the sides, because you already did that when we are making our pattern. I hope I'm clear. I pin the back part together. Sorry about that. So I just cut. So this is joining allowance on the waist. Okay, so that's it. That is it. So we have our skirt part. We are going to make our blouse part of the dress. Oh my goodness. So we are cutting this part, the front part. Hi Zainab, how are you? Thank you for watching. So we are going to cut the front part. What do I do? Should I mix some color? I don't know. Should I do some color mixing? I don't know. I feel like mixing in a bit of color. Anyway, I'll not do that. Maybe I'll put a flounce down and maybe, oh, maybe, I don't know. So for the upper part, let me finish it with black. So we are cutting 2 pieces of this. We are cutting 2 pieces of this. So this was zipper, or this was sewing allowance. This, yeah. So we are going to cut 2 pieces and we shall leave this also. Include this. So we need an elastic for this dress in the front only. Yeah, not any other part, just the front. We need an elastic to cover this area. So let's cut. I think I should put it a little bit up. I'll pin it from here. Okay. So we are adding some sewing allowance down, like 0.5 or 1 inch. Okay. So that's the sewing allowance. And here we've already included our sewing allowance, so we don't need to add anymore. Okay, so we are done with cutting. So we now have all our pieces we need for the dress. We are only remaining with the straps, and that's it. So for here we are going to join like this. We're going to join from here. I'll mark where I'm joining from here to here. And I'm not joining to finish all the way. So you can see on this part down, there was a part that was untouched. So I'll measure this part. It is 4 point something inches. This part was untouched. I did not split it. So I'm going to mark where it stops so that I don't sew an elastic on it. So it's from here, because this is joining allowance. It is 4 point something. So this part where I've marked, I will not put an elastic here. For the elastic, it will start from here to here. I hope you understood me. So we are done. We are done with the cutting. So this part shall be joined to this part. Okay. Yeah. So for the straps, we are going to cut a strap of 5.5. This is front. We shall use straps of 5.5, 5.5 and 9 inches. But I'll do that later. I'll first sew the dress and join it, then that will be the last part. So let's see what we can do now and where we shall stop. If we don't finish, we shall continue later. Okay. Sorry, it's important to check your bobbin if you have threads on. It makes you lose appetite for sewing when you have to thread again. I don't like it. So what I'll do first, I'm going to first sew the dots on the back. I can see here where the dots pass. You see? I can see where the dots pass. So I will sew the dots in. Another alternative you can do, what else you can do if you want to avoid gapping without taking the 0.5 from this side, you can come from here on the top and sew a dart, but this time you take 0.5 inches here going down. So it means you take 1 inch, 0.5 on this side and 0.5 on the other side. So you take 1 inch coming down and making a dart. When you reach here, you curve the dart. So whatever works for you, you can use that method. Okay, so I'll do just that. What's happening? What's that clear sound? Something is not right. A moment. There is a strange sound I heard. My goodness, what's happening? I have to thread again. So we've used the latter alternative, but you see it's not equal here. So you have to make it equal. I'll do that later. So I already saw in you that's in my that's. So you do what works for you. It's not a must that you must sew in the darts first, but it is, to me, it's easier to sew the darts first. I like sewing in the darts first because it's easier for me that way. Okay. So we are done with that. You can at this time install in your zipper, but I will not do that now. You can put your zip on the back part, which I will do later. I'll do that later. So let's see the front part. I'm going to sew from here to here. So let me first see if I have an elastic here. I'm going to use that elastic. This is 4.5 inches. Then okay, we are going to sew and join this part to here, but I need to put an elastic here, so I'll just put it, and I need it to be 5 inches. I need to make this 5 inches. So let me see. Let me first sew them. Which is easier, sewing it at once or sewing it? I don't know which is easier. I think sewing it first is easier. Let me just indicate where I want it to pass. I'll also measure how long this is. Almost 9 inches. 9 inches. So I need 5 inches, so I'm going to make it 5 or 4. I'll make the elastic 4 inches. Okay. Hey! Don't tell me it's shorter. It's very short. Okay, let's see where it ends. I'm going to pin it. Okay. Yes?
Grace,
Hmm?
do you order water?
Yes.
Okay, the man's outside. Give him free empty water.
Okay.
Fast, it's waiting.
Why is this becoming difficult for me? The problem, the elastic is small. It's very small, so. Okay, I hope it works this time. No, it didn't. Let me come. Okay. I think I need to get a needle and first sew this in because it is very tiny. I cannot hold it. My goodness. There are the needles. I can't find. How is it sewn? I'm just going to use this and sew in, then yeah, just do this to get somewhere to hold from. Okay, so this will work better. Oh my goodness. You don't know how careful I am sewing this. My goodness, I'm very careful. It's so small, so I have to. Okay. Okay, all right. My goodness, it was it was a real task. So it's like this in the front. So before I join the back to the front, I'm going to get my down parts. So this is how it will look on the front. You can see it stretching. Yeah. So I'm going to join this was the upper part. It's important always to note because it is very easy to mess up. So you point the center to the center. So this is the center where we have joined to the center of the skirt. Remember, we did not include the dart on this. We eliminated the dart. So yeah, no need for the dart. So now you can see it's, unless I've sewn badly or something has not, but it's now balancing. Okay, so I will sew it on, and remember we left a sewing allowance of 1 inch, so you must sew that 1 inch out. Let me start from the middle, from the center, and then come and connect from the center. So yeah. So this side, I don't need the pins anymore. I'll just sew as I go. Okay. So this is it for the front. This is our front. And this is our back. So this dress, the front and the back, they meet at the chest line. Yeah. So I'm going to come and, so this is the back. I'll join the back first. I'm going to use a joining allowance or a zip allowance of 1 inch. So I'll take 1 inch going down, and when I reach where I'm going to stop my zipper, I'll back stitch. So I'll come down here like this, go down, maybe reach this point where I want my zipper to stop. I'll back stitch and then continue. After that, I can also come back in the same line where I back stitched. What's happening to my camera? So I'll come back on the same point where I back stitched and make a straight line again. Okay, so I will take, my zipper, I'll use a zipper that will stop here. So I'm going to stitch like this. When I reach this point, I back stitch, I continue to down, though I'm not going to place the zipper today. That will be another time. So you can come again and stitch again from this line. You make another line, but I'll not do that. Okay, yeah, I'll not do that for this dress, because at the end of the day, I'm just wearing it for what? To show, and after that there is nothing I need with it. So this is my back. I'm going to now join it with my front. So I'm going to face the wrong sides on top of the other. So I'll come here and join going down. So remember, we left our sewing allowance. It's what we are going to do. So we are done with our dress. I'm thinking of adding some designs on it, but not now. Yeah, not now. I'm still thinking of how to make it look more beautiful and colorful. Yeah, so when I get that time later, I'll see how to improve it. I want to improve something about it. So this is how it looks like. This is our front, as you can see it, and this is our back, as you can see it. So today I'll allow me to stop there. I shall come back another time, finish it, place the zipper on it, and yeah, that will be it. Thank you for coming. Thank you for watching these lives. I cannot thank you enough. You know that. Yeah, I can't thank you enough. I can't thank you enough because you always come here. I need to keep this. I need to know how long I want my straps to. So I cannot thank you enough. You always come here, you watch my videos, you watch my lives. Thank you so much. And in case you haven't subscribed, please, if you have not yet subscribed, please subscribe. Hit the notification bell. Yes. When I put up a new video, YouTube will notify you that I've posted a video, or when I go live, you shall get a notification. Yes. And what else? Yeah, like, comment, share, tell someone that there are tutorials on this channel. So that's it. So that's it for today. For my Muslim friends, it's time for prayer. So I'll come back and finish up. So that marks the end of our life. I love you so much. Bye bye.